What makes you happy? Pause for a moment, think about it. Welcome to episode 47. I'm Anthony Maora, host of Man Space Cafe. Welcome to this episode. I began this episode by asking the question, what makes you happy? It's an answer I had to think about in the course of the day after listening to someone speak about happiness and everything to do with happiness and what makes people happy and how we should think about happiness. And it also took me back to a conversation I had sometimes way back. And someone said to me, at this moment that we are having this conversation in this restaurant, eating this food, you cannot say that you are unhappy. You're only unhappy when you think about an event or something that has happened, or your mind drifts off from a moment. Like right now, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, you're not thinking about other things. Even if you're listening while doing other things, you're really not thinking about other things. And especially, you're not thinking about how unhappy you are, if you are unhappy, that is. So I guess everyone needs to take time and reflect upon what happiness is and what makes you happy. And I did an exercise and I'll keep doing it. And even when I'm feeling unhappy sometimes, I've actually done it. I sit down and I write about the things that I'm happy about and things that I am happy to be blessed with. But I think I'll sit down and write about what makes me most happy. But I've found the times that I've sat down and actually counted my blessings and actually put them down on paper. There are things that are really not material. There are things that are within reach, if I may put it that way. Because when I write about what I'm happy about, or rather what I'm blessed to have, it's health, it's family, it's friends, it's the relationship I'm in. It's things that and people that I can easily get access to. They are not bought. They are not conditional. They are not the things that we actually reach for, or what most people reach for. Unfortunately, most people reach for material things nowadays, and that is given precedence over everything. And people reach for stuff that they want to own or to have, and they really forget the things that make life what is. Sometimes, if you actually sit down and pause for a moment, away from the busyness of life, away from the gadgets, away from just the things that make us busy or make us seem busy even though we are not busy, you'll actually find that the things that you value probably do not mean as much as you think they are. I'll give you an example. For example, right now, if you lose your phone, and it's this thing that you have put your life upon, or you have, glued your life, to it's like your second arm or your second limb. You can't do without it. But if you lose it, fine, it's a loss, and That I appreciate. It's a loss, and you should, go through it in the best way that you can. But if you do lose it, that is not the end of life. That's not the end of the world. You still have other things that you should count as having been blessed with. There are things that you should treasure more than, that loss. You can't change it. I mean, you can replace a phone, but perhaps you cannot replace the memories that are in that device, or the attachment that you had to it. But that is not the end of your being. It's not the soul of your being. And so I think we should all take time and reflect about what makes us happy. Reflect upon the things that we are blessed to have, that we rarely get an opportunity to appreciate. And I think by so doing, then we are able to appreciate more what life is, appreciate, who we are as people, and develop that humanity that we should treasure. And I think also by so doing and starting with ourselves, then we get to appreciate also people by an extension. Because amongst the things that you're blessed with, there are people around you, there are circles around you. And if you actually take the time and actually think about why you're blessed to have such people or such connections, and I think you will appreciate them more. So think about what makes you happy. Think about what you are blessed with. This is episode 47. I've been your host, Anthony Maura. See you on the next one.